What is something that, when you started at DPR, what was something that you were actually looking for to assess if that was going to be a good fit for you as a DNI leader?
Who was involved in my interview process. So it wasn't just, the position as it was written in the job description, it was who was actively involved in the process. So beyond talent acquisition and the executive recruiter are the people that I'm meeting with, leaders within the organization, because that tells me if you're allocating the time, the energy, and the resources of your most senior leaders to put someone in a role, I know you're taking this seriously. Because let's face it, during an interview process, it's the dating game, right? Do I like you? Do you like me? I mean, there's all of that. And everybody's putting their best face forward. But who's in the room having those conversations matters. And if the role is positioned in, different organizations may have different titles for the role. The organization that I work for is a title-less organization. So I really focused less on, what the title was, again, knowing how the organization was set up, and more on who were the people in the room interviewing me, what were the questions that they were asking, and what was their transparency in terms of where they were on the journey at that time. And it spoke volumes, which is obviously why I'm here today.
Yeah, no, I love that. I love that thinking about like who's there, who are the decision makers and bringing someone in and that transparency. Oh, that's so important because you want to know what you're walking into.
Mm-hmm.
You may
Mm-hmm.
be a-okay with coming in knowing it's not the best situation, but I'd rather someone tell you that up front. Hey, this is why we're hiring you. This is where we are on our journey. I talk about these maturity models in some of the classes that I offer and trainings that I do. And if a company's saying we are just getting started, we're still at probably that phase one, phase two, we're still looking at compliance things, that then allows me as a DEI practitioner to make a choice
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
versus someone saying, all right, we are so far in, and then getting there and it feels like a bait and switch. Because I
Mm-hmm.
think we talked about, like what can be frustrating at times, something like that, not having clarity up front about what your expectations are can be really hard. And I think it's why we see a lot of turnover as well in terms of DEI practitioners.